Mr. Sandman, bring me.
So, how was work today? Very stressful. It's so long. Felt like those songs would just not end.
Oh my gosh.
Had to keep dancing through the night.
Well, at least you're good at it.
I am sad. The state's so boring with all its cornfields.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Like, does it have anything else?
Mr. Sandman,
It's a long car ride.
Woo! Honey, wait. I'm relaxed. It was a long day at work, okay?
You're gonna get a scratch on the car.
Fine. You don't want me to.
I work hard as a mother, okay? And you're just gonna scratch the car.
I'm the one that works. I go out and I have a job.
I have a job to do. I take care of our son, Tom. Okay.
Can we get something for dinner? Stan? I'm hungry.
No.
Don't use that tone of voice with me, okay?
Stop me from driving.
Fine. Oh my god, honey, look!
What?
Pookie! It's a museum! It's one of those museums! Oh, you know how Tom loves museums. We have to go, please, Pookie! Please, it's right there!
Yes, we should go. We should go. Can we go, Mom?
Okay, we'll go.
It won't take that long!
Okay, we'll go.
Yay!
This better be good.
I love museums! Tom loves museums! This is gonna be so educational.
Yeah, I hope so.
Education.
Mr. Sandman,
We are
Park right up there.
parked right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Pull up.
We're like almost there.
I don't want to get wet. Just came from work. My hair.
Okay, honey. This better be worth it.
I'm so excited.
I know. I love museums.
Yay.
Come on, honey. It's a new adventure.
Ew.
Ooh.
Oh my God, my boa.
Honey, my fur jacket's wet. It's okay.
Yeah, but my company paid for this.
Okay, honey, it's okay. I love you.
Mwah.
Okay. Tom, come on.
Mom, can I have $1?
Oh, sure, honey. How many you need? I got lots of them.
Thank you. Yay, I'm so happy we're here, Mommy.
Sorry to bother.
Oh, it's no bother. We're actually open, so you guys can come on in and see the exhibit.
Oh,
Yes.
It's a science exhibit, right?
No, it's a silent exhibit.
Oh, honey, it'll work. It'll be good. Okay, it'll be good for Tom.
Please follow me to the exhibit.
All right.
I don't get it.
What don't you get?
They're empty.
No, they're not empty. It's quite the opposite. They're actually full. They're the last breaths of people taken before they die. I harvest last breaths. What is so funny? You think I'm kidding? This is serious.
Dude, don't laugh.
What's this?
That is a stethoscope, my son. We use that to listen to the last breath. Would you like to listen to my first last breath I collected from William?
Who is he?
Well, he was a criminal. Give it a listen. Do you hear it?
I can't hear anything.
Exactly. It takes a while for your ears to adjust. Here, let me see them. Ah, yes. Listen very closely. Your ears will adjust and you'll finally hear that last silence.
I can hear it. It's like a hiccup, but backwards. Like...
And you're a doctor?
Yes, I am. Exactly. I am retired, though.
Well, even if... This all just seems unscientific. Even if you were able to capture someone's last breath of carbon monoxide...
It's dioxide.
Whatever. Even if you were able to capture someone's last sound and put it in a jar, that doesn't make sense.
Well, I'll stop you there. It's not sound I'm capturing. I am capturing their silence. This is a silent museum. Now, there's different type of silence in this world, and you, like, take for example your wife. When she's happy and when she's sad, there's two different silences, right? You can tell the difference.
Well, anyways, how do you capture the silence?
With an aspirator.
Oh.
I keep one in my bag at all times. I made the design myself. It's one of my favorites. And similar designs have been around since the 19th century, but that's my very own. It's very specialized. Here, take a look at Edgar Allan Poe. I bought him for $1,200 from the great-grandson of the doctor who watched him die. Thankfully, the means in the medicine has been around for many years now to collect the last breath. That may seem like a lot of money, but someone in Paris paid 3 times that much for Enrico Cusco's last breath.
Ooh.
Some silences seem to resonate with feelings. You can almost sense them trying to articulate an idea. Many who listen to Poe's last breath begin in a while to sense a single word not being said, the expression of a very specific want. Listen and see if you sense it too.
This is ridiculous.
Can I listen, Mom? Can I?
Shh.
Whiskey. I hear whiskey. Of course, the alcoholism. Poor man. You know, when I was in 6th grade, I recited The Raven in front of my whole class without making any mistakes.
Oh, come on, it's probably a trick or something. There's probably a speaker under it, and when you listen, you can hear someone whisper whiskey.
But I didn't hear a whisper. I just had a thought. It was like there was a voice in my head. Such disappointment.
The volume's turned down low, so it's all subliminal, like they do in the movies.
Here you go, sweetie.
Are they all famous people?
No, not all of them. There's some graduates of mine and some bureaucrats and some literacy critics, but there's just a bunch of nobodies and there's some famous people in the bunch. But one of my most exquisite last breaths is one of this janitor I have.
Carrie Mayfield. Is this one of your nobodies? Was she a housewife?
No. No housewives in the collection. Carrie Mayfield was a beautiful, exquisite lady. She was one of the most beautiful ladies I've ever seen, in fact. Her and her fiancé were flying from Florida to New York, and while she was on the plane crashed, and it was one of the most horrific air disasters ever. And she was the only survivor throughout the wreck, and she lost her voice in the wreck for screaming so much for help. And her body was so burnt and so melted together. It was one of the most horrific scenes I've ever seen in my life. But I was working that day, and I brought my students down to the hospital and I showed them her. And they've never seen anything like her, even in the textbooks. We couldn't even teach about her. And I had my aspirator with me and I stayed with her because I knew she wasn't going to last. And I took her last breath.
That's the most terrible thing I've ever heard. What about her parents, her fiancé?
Well, unfortunately, they died in the crash as well. They were burnt alive, and she had to watch them and smell them die right in front of her. And then the gators came, and...
No, I don't believe you. And quite frankly, this is a pretty silly way to scam people out of their money.
Now, dear.
Hey, I will remind you, I charged you nothing to get into this exhibit. This is free admission. Try one. No, not hers, not hers. People don't generally like hers to start out with.
I don't like it here.
Honey, you want to leave now? We just got here.
Oh, Mom!
Well, if you are going to leave, I hope you sign my guest book.
You're awful! Like some kind of grave robber! I come back!
Tom, come on, Tom.
Mom, wait!
Honey.
I can't do this anymore! Ah!
I think I...
Okay, go.
I'm looking at your boobs. You gotta like hold up.
I can't see your eyes. Your eyes are too dark.
Oh, come on, it's probably just a trick or something. There's probably a speaker under it, and you can hear it whisper when you hear it.
The cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. No! And tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Send him so long. No! I have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Oh my god!
Haley, just go.
Oh my god! What am I supposed to do?
Just, I don't know, just like, oh.
It's so awkward.
Come on, Haley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over, Sandman. I'm
Okay,
so
go.
alone. Don't have nobody to
We're sorry.
Yeah.
I keep a model.
on your magic beam.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Welcome. Or shoot.
It's rolling.
Yes?
Bring us a dream. Give him a pair of eyes with a
Can you really a doctor?
Well, yes, retired.
Well, this just doesn't seem scientific. Like, even if it were, even if okay.
Mr. Sandman, somewhere to fall.
Oh my god, I need to get inside. My bone's getting wet. My jacket's all wet.
Start
On
singing.
your magic beam.
Go.
Mr.
This is
Sandman,
ridiculous.